This is the partypoker.net World Open 3. As our players hide behind their dark glasses, brush down their suits and check out the competition, they're all focusing on that grand prize of $200,000. We're halfway through the tournament and we've witnessed some exciting heats with some top-class players. Jessie May and the Devilfish are here to give us a rundown of the tournament so far.
There's a lot of big names in this tournament, but none bigger than Dave the Devilfish Elliott. Devil was been a good tournament so far last week. It was nice to see Ashley Hales get through.
Yeah, Ashley's a great kid and he's good for the game because he's an action player. You know, he don't need the cards, he rocks and rolls, and a bit like myself, so yeah, it's really good to see him go for it.
It's sort of a story so far. I mean, we've had some big names fall. The tournament favorite Roland DeWolf, and of course Vicky Corin last week, but some big names through like Ian Fraser.
That's right, Ian's a great player. I mean, I don't know maybe Roland DeWolf favourite, he must have done it himself, did he? But actually, Roland's the type of guy who's going to get a lot of chips early, or he's going to go out of a tournament, you know? Yeah.
Well, let's talk about today. Some other big names coming in. I mean, Hearn, Anthony Hardy, and how about this guy, the European #1, Arshad Hussain? I've never seen him before.
Yeah, Arshad's a very strong player. Whether he'll be, you know, this format's probably new for him, so we'll have to see how he acts in this format. It's a lot different than playing a 2 or 3 day tournament. Let's see how it goes on.
Let's see how it goes. Can the European #1 win in a one-table format? Let's see who's at the table tonight.
Hi, I'm Anthony Bookie Hardy. I'm from Sidcup in Kent. I've been playing poker about 5 years. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling quietly confident. I've got a little bit of history with Barry Hearn. I played him in the Party Poker Den, heads up, and I was victorious on that occasion. Let's hope I'll be victorious today.
Well, I'm Barry Hearn. I've been playing poker for about 9 years now. Enjoying every minute, a little bit of success, and today looking forward to playing with some great players. This is a super table. I'll be astonished if I win. I'll be trying my heart out, of course, but up against some real quality players today. But there's going to be some good banter on the table. Barny Boatman has killed me every time I've played. Anthony Hardy kills me every time I play, and the other three fancy their chances. But, you know, you never know. Sometimes I can be a bit dangerous as well.
Hi, my name's Hussain. I'm from Accrington. I've been playing for about 9 years and I'm feeling confident today. I mean, the table, it seems tough enough, but I feel confident. My main aim is obviously to win it, but like I said, I'm just going to try and suss the table out and then just go from there.
I'm Barny Boatman from the Hendon Mob. Been playing poker all my life. Feeling a bit jet lagged today because I've just flown back from Vegas, haven't slept. So I want to make it fast, and my mission today is to destroy Barry Hearn. My tactics today is to let them hang themselves. Shouldn't take long.
Well, I'm Hans Ritburg from Holland. I played a good tournament in Monte Carlo and I was invited to play here. It'll be a great day and a good tournament. You have to be very lucky with a good card and you have to play very well with a bad card. So that's what we're going to try.
Hiya, my name is Michael Kilby. I'm from Doncaster. I've been playing about 4 years. I mostly play online, so I'm really looking forward to a good live game against some good players. Just take it as it comes. You know, it might start off slow, it might start off fast. Every game is different.
Cards, chips, and get them fingers wiggling. This heat of the partypoker.net World Open 3 about to get underway. I'm here with the Devilfish, Dave Elliott. Nice lineup. We got the Devilfish, Barry Hearn, the governor. He's got a great record in these tournaments.
Well, you know, this is definitely a good case for poker going out on the radio instead of the TV. I've never seen such an ugly lineup in my life. Have you?
Well, they may not be the prettiest pictures, but they can play poker, and Hearn has made several final tables in these televised events. This right here, Hussain, first time on this kind of format, but he is the European #1. He took a big second in Monte Carlo.
I didn't even know who he was, but I believe it.
I guess you don't like the rankings. And this is a guy you know well, Barny Boatman, who's kind of making a return to this format. A couple of years ago, Barney would have been one of the best practitioners at this.
Yeah, Barny Boatman, yeah. He's a great player, Barney. He'll be in there ducking and diving. And I was only joking, of course I know the guy, so I was only messing around. He's a good player.
These chips on this table, yellows, blues, and reds. Yellows worth 1,000, blues are 2, reds are 5,000. There's 600,000 in tournament chips. You have to get them all to progress.
Good manager, Martin.
Yeah, very good, very good. But you know, I always remember my old friend Mickey.
Yeah, actually saying he's done very well
Well,
actually on the
Bartel.
European tournament, but that's only because I ain't been playing.
50 quid a week.
It's funny though, I mean, there's a lot of rankings out there, but as you say, the European rankings, a lot of the guys just play the tournaments in Europe.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's, they say he's the hot
Pass.
player in UK
Well, you know,
poker right now.
It's no limit all them. It's just it's about form, you know. Full stop. There's a lot of good players out there. If they're out of form, they've got no shot.
You just can't resist it, can you?
6,000 total.
Well, there comes the bonniest guy on the table.
You know I've got
come
to.
out flying out there. And Barry's defending with the king deuce. I hope Eddie's watching a bit of this because he wouldn't have been in there with that king deuce.
The bookie likes to set the tone early, Devilfish.
Yeah, he won't like it now he's being called and he's got that ace fault.
It's 12,000 in the pot.
No, he's flopped an ace, so there you go.
Here's the
Check.
bookie's trying to show Barry
Yeah.
Hearn what he's got in store for him.
This is a terrible check because, you know, I mean,
Check.
he's raced before the flop. Barry's not going to do anything with the ace. And if a diamond comes off now, let's see. Oh no, another ace come off. He's safe anyway now. What's he going to do now? He's going to bet and Barry's going to fold, and that was just a waste of 5 minutes, right?
You can't be too cagey with these top pairs, can you? I mean,
Well, I mean,
8,000.
might as well bet and hope Barry's got a
Martin,
queen. He
can I
might
do it
call
now?
him once, you know. Once he checks it, he more or less shouts, "I've got an ace," you know.
bookie taking the first pot.
You won't let me have one
He's
free flop, will
done
you?
very well as
No,
well. He's won 2 party
We had to
poker
swear
downs,
off
the
camera.
bookie, and always seems to be
First
there.
hand, you think first hand, you think you let someone have a free flop, wouldn't you?
He's actually,
Oh,
got,
everywhere.
he's actually got more chins than a Chinese phone book, hasn't he? I'm just looking at him there. Is that on TV or is it? TV does make you look a bit fat, but I don't think it makes you look that ugly.
Maybe it's the sunglasses. I don't know. 2,000 to play.
Pass.
Barney's one of those guys. I mean, he always seems to
Pass.
be getting deep in these tables, but he's still never won the big TV
Raise.
tournament. Happy his time.
We've got another raise with an
7,000
ace 4.
total.
That ace 4 must be a lot better around than I
Pass.
thought it was.
Pass.
What's Barry going to do? Has Barry gone out?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
he's
on the
gone
big
out,
blind
yeah.
here.
Deuce 3 Ash. What's he going to do with that? He's going to give him a stare for it away.
Pass.
A lot of guys, I mean, they come in here with big reputations, Devilfish, but until you've played this one-table format before, that's Mick Kilby, then it's sometimes hard to find your feet, isn't it? You don't realize that you can't really see too many flops early.
No, that's right. You know, there's a hell of a lot of luck in these one-table events.
Eddie Hearn declared the format a crapshoot after last week. I think he was just joking.
Yeah,
There's a lot of play. Since they switched it to 21 hands a level, it just seems like we're getting a lot more play in these
Oh
things.
yeah. We was in the commentary box about 6 hours that day, Jess.
That's true.
Raise.
It's 2 in a row for Kilby.
7,000 total. Pass. Pass.
This is actually, when you look around, this
Pass.
is a pretty tough lineup. I mean,
Pass.
I wouldn't be surprised it's one of those that. Do you think it's going to be people getting knocked out fast, or everybody in there at the 3 and 6 level?
I think they're going to be a bit cagey, you know. I mean, Barry likes to rock and roll. I mean, he's passed the last 2 hands. He's waiting for. He's trying to find someone a bit better than King Deuce.
Hearn has probably made as many final tables in these one tables as anybody, except maybe yourself, Devilfish. He doesn't play that often, but he's a tough guy to knock out.
Yeah, that's enough sucking up to him, Jess. We know it pays your wages.
Pass. Pass. Pass.
Yeah, you just look at his record. He's got
Pass.
it second
Call.
in this event, a third
No
in the
raise.
European Open, and a 5th in the UK Open. Here comes Barney.
Yeah. Get these early levels.
There's no raise this time. We've got an ace 6 and a king queen out there.
Don't know about this Hans Ritburg. I've never seen him before.
I've seen him. Yeah, I think he's quite a solid player, actually.
He's hit the pair.
Check.
Is he English?
4,000.
No. Right. What, with an M like Hamptons?
I was wondering.
Pass.
Now look at that. Barney just checks and folds. He doesn't waste any chips with the Queen King. He's definitely.
No point. I mean, he totally missed the flop. No point. Not at this stage. No point getting involved, bluffing and messing around.
He's been in very good form, Barney. He just made the money in the 25,000 event at Bellagio.
Yeah, a few. I think Joe did as well. Yeah, they both did pretty well in that. I managed to last to the second day now. I went out and got drunk the night before. It didn't help.
It's probably not the best for the biggest chapel tournament of the year.
No. I got about 2 hours sleep.
Pass. Pass.
Raise.
Raise to
Ace
6,000
4, as you
total.
said.
Yeah, ace 4's out a lot. Now what's Barney want to do at this? He's got on the bottom, king 10 of hearts. It's a nice hand to take a flop, but it can get you into trouble as well. So, you know, if he's got ace 10, if he had ace 10 or ace king, or 2 10s, 2 kings, Barney's in in bad shape. I think he's going to see a flop.
He's looking like a re-raise there. 3 red chips he's got.
Yeah.
Big, great re-raise. Has he picked up something on Ash maybe, or is it just taking a stab in the dark,
to
really?
18,000 total.
I mean, who knows? Maybe king 10's a big hand in
Pass.
London.
Hendon mobster Barny Boatman. I don't know what
He's going to pick this up anyway. He's going to pick this pot up for definite. So it's definitely timed it well. It's all about timing this game, you know. I mean, he's found a medium sort of, ace 4 hand there. He's going to pick it up no problem. Obviously, if the guy had had ace king or ace queen, he might have had a bit of action. Might get a bit of action anyway. Look, he's going for his chips.
Well, how could Ash Hussain call here? I mean, it would be a very optimistic call, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be because, I mean, you don't know if his ace is any good. If Barney's got any pair, he's 11 or 4 chance. And if Barney's got an ace, he's in terrible shape. No, he's going to throw it away. That was
Pass.
just trying to scare Barney. He probably did scare Barney a little bit, but not too much.
So Barney getting in early. You say it's all about timing and form. Right now, Boatman's got both. He has been on the scene for a while. He's still missing that huge win from his resume, though, Devilfish. You think he's going to get it?
Yeah, Barney's he's a good player and he's getting better all the time.
I've been playing poker professionally for about 10 years now, and I would say that the highlight of my career is still making 3 consecutive World Series finals, which was a record that stands today. I first got into poker as a kid, really, playing in the back of the class when I should have been paying attention. And me and my brother Ross, we used to play together around our house, and we just got more and more serious about it. What I love about poker is that you get to use everything about yourself when you play. You get to use your personality, you get to use all your skills, your understanding of people, and you never stop learning in this game. When you're doing something that you really enjoy, you're blessed, and poker is something that I do really enjoy. It's really good to have the support of people that are close to you and that you trust. That's quite rare in this game. Although you make a lot of friends in this game, it's quite rare to get really, really close to people, I think. And with my brother especially, and with the Hendon Mob in general, I think I've got something that really, really helps me there. I love tournaments like this. This is where I really started, in a way. I mean, with late night poker back in 1999, that's when poker first took off in this country. And there's a special buzz, and you've still got Jessie May in the commentary box. There's a continuity about it, and it's like coming home every time. I'm going to be going out there to win. There's no second place today, and I'm a bit jet lagged. I've just come back from Vegas, I haven't slept, so I don't think I can handle a long match. So I'm going to be going out there to try and finish it quickly, and don't be surprised to see me the first one out the door, because I'm going to be playing to win today, right from the off.
Who can take this heat by storm and move into the semi-finals? Find out after the break. This is the partypoker.net World Open 3. Our remaining players have perfected their poker faces, practiced spinning the chips, and learned to spot tells. But who will make it through to the semi-final? Let's get back to our commentators Jessie May and the Devilfish.
Thank you, Lisa. I am sitting beside the one and only Dave Elliott. Blinds are up and action is on Barny Boatman. I don't think he likes the ace 4.
No, Barney's too experienced to play with an ace 4 in an early position, I mean, because if he gets a caller behind him, it's tough to catch a flop,
Raise to 6,000
Get
total.
the feeling that sooner or later the bookie and Barry Hearn are going to go to war.
Yeah. Well, the bookie's got a legitimate, and I don't know why he's going with the queen deuce. He's obviously going to try and outplay him. I don't think he's going to flop much, unless he's just, he's making a stand on his blind.
Yeah, I mean, what's the philosophy? You do it now while it's kind of cheap, so later on they a little more scared to raise you.
You know, this is a good flop to he thinks this looks like a good flop to take it off him.
8,000. Call.
Quick
You
call
see my
from the
point,
bookie.
you know, you get involved with them queen deuces. That's a Daniel Negreanu hand, that's one of his favourite hands.
Well, I mean, Hussain has already spent 14,000 in this pot.
Oh, he's picked up the nut flush in the straight draw. Now, if he carries on betting, he's going to get called again, and he's got nothing.
8,000.
Do you think this is a case of Hussain perhaps being more used to the deep stack tournaments and not realizing how many chips he's wasting here?
I don't know. What's he doing here? I don't think he wants to be raising, he just wants to be taking one off. But
it's 8,000.
Yeah, he'll take one off here. Straight draw, flush draw, and he probably thinks an ace would be good. Obviously, ace is good at the moment, but he don't know that.
Well, there's 45,000 in the pot. Can Hussain win it with a bet on the river if they miss?
If they miss, yeah, I would think so. But, you know, I mean, there you go. Now, he can take it now, but will he carry on firing? He's going to be a bit sick at the moment. He's wondering if the bookies flops are set and slow playing it. They don't like it now, but oh, that's a bad check.
We know what Ashley Hales would have done there.
Yeah. He's having a quick look to see if he's changed to ace jack. You see, he's going to bet out now. He don't have to. He can just check and take it, but he obviously don't know that.
Has the bookie played this well, or has Hussain just kind of dogged it on the river?
Well, the bookie called on the flop. Really didn't really know where he was, but then he caught the jack of spades, and now he's got the nut flush draw. You know, that dragged him in there, no problem. If it had come a different card than a spade, Ash would have took it actually.
15,000 is the bet now, and
he's got a study now. Pretend he's got an hand. He's going to throw it away and be sick. And he'll probably throw queen deuce away next time.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to hurt Hussain. He's going to be down. Jay-Z's going to be down to about 70,000.
Yeah. You see, Negreanu plays with that queen deuce beat. The flop comes queen deuce deuce. You know, it's a bit different. You see, this is circumstances. What's happened. You know, I mean, he's called him on the flop with no hand apart from a middler, and then he's got the nut flush draw. You know. And he's kept him going all the way, and now he thinks he's actually bluffing, and he's got the best hand. I don't know what this guy's doing now. He's not going to re-raise, I don't think. He's going to throw it away. He's just trying to make out as though he had a hand.
Shaking his head is Ashu saying, "Oh, I missed one." But the Devilfish, I mean, the bookie obviously in very good shape now. Just wonder if Ashu saying, not having played in this format before, is a little bit unsure about, you know, the value of his chips, or I mean, he's in trouble now, isn't he?
Yeah, you got to be a bit careful getting too much money in there early. I mean, the bookie spun the hand over there, you know.
Yeah.
Which he didn't need to do, because he actually had the best hand by a mile. You know, I mean, he thinks that has made him lay a 9 down or something, which obviously.
Oh, he advertised the bluff, did he?
Yeah. In true bookie fashion, yeah. I don't like showing bluffs in no limit hold'em because you're bluffing most of the time. You know, at least I am. You know, so why show them? You know, I don't mind showing them the nuts.
It's a good rule of thumb for players, I think.
Yeah.
Raise to 5,000 total.
Let them think that you've always got a hand.
Call.
Ritburg's raised under the gun with the queen 10. Quick call from two pocket pairs.
I don't like that raise with queen 10 under the gun.
I mean, he could hit his flop, you think, and still not know where he's at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's an automatic fault for me in an early position, queen 10.
It's Barny Boatman just peeling off for pot odds here. This is 4 ways, excuse me.
Yeah. 4, I think a king's going to come. There it is, look, the old fish. There's a set of 7s out there as well, though.
Yeah, but I mean, Barny Boatman's flopped 2 pairs.
Check.
Yeah.
He's gonna lose the lot.
He can lose a lot of money here, for definite.
8,000.
This Hardy, he has a bit of, look, he's having a quick look. He has a bit of form, this kid, doesn't he? I suppose he's, you know, he's unlucky in a lot of other ways, so he's getting a bit of look at the poker table.
Devilfish, I mean, the fact that Mick Kilby is let out here, is that good news for Barny Boatman? If Hardy raises, I mean, the chips might all go in, don't you?
If Hardy raises, Boatman might come over the top of him now.
Raise.
Now Barney's going to maybe come over the top of him now. Because there's a flush draw there and a straight draw. Barney might put him on a draw and decide to come over the top.
Barney's rubbing his hands together.
Oh,
I mean, is there any way he can suss out that there could be a...
Well, he might put a medium raise in here, and if Tony moves all in, he'll throw it away. I think. But this is what happens when you call a 4-way action pot with a king 5. You know, you get yourself into trouble.
Bookies made it 22,000. I mean, this would be an unbelievable laydown from Boatman, or do you think it's just bad circumstance?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got to put a re-raise in here and try and take it. But if he gets gets the, obviously when he does turn, he's going to move all in, and I think of.
Raised, all in.
He's gone all in.
Oh, he's lost all his money.
What is he hoping that Hardy has some kind of a nut flush draw or something like that?
Yeah, or an ace king or a king queen. And now he's, you know, this is playing with a king five. This is what's happened.
Oh, this is heartbreaking for Barny Boatman.
Yeah.
And should say fish.
Well, a king might come off. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, you know, this is TV poker. It always happens, right? King of diamonds should come off smoking a pipe. What a beautiful situation this is for that Hardy guy. I'll tell you now. He's a lucky guy.
Pass.
He's going to look once. There's only one hand that beats him.
He's looked 16 times at his hand. He better get rid of them sunglasses. Yeah, here he comes. Oh,
I'm all in as well.
Yeah, well, of course you are.
And that news is not good for Barny Boatman.
Barney don't like it now. He don't like it when he sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barney, don't call with a king five, buddy. See, the trouble with that and king five, you flop a king, you don't like it. You flop a flush, you might be dead to an ace flush. You know what I mean? What can you really flop that you like? You know. Anyway, let's hope a king comes off here. Come on, get a king in there for Barney, baby. Ooh.
Just 2 cards in the deck for Boatman, or he is out. Only 9 hands in. 2 pair on the flop. No good right now.
King. Ooh.
Good luck, guys.
Barney.
I'm pretty sure he got me covered.
Yeah, Barney, too much of a possibility that he was ahead. He thought he wasn't when the money went in. 3 7s for Anthony Hardy, and Boatman could not make the kings full.
I felt like I'd come here to try and get all the chips early or go out, and he could have a pair of the flush draw, he could have bottom 2. There are other things that I were beating, and I took a chance. Wasn't the greatest play I've ever made, and you know, the best hand won.
Line's now 2 and 4,000.
Long way to go yet.
Seems like there's 2 games here. One game is one Anthony Hardy's playing, and the other one is the other guy's.
Yeah.
Raised to 8,000 total.
But this kid can play a bit. This hands. I mean, you know, if he got, you know, he got chips together.
He doesn't look like a guy who's going to fall over himself, does he?
No. See, Hardy's called again here with a 7-10 of spades, you know. And once again, he's out hit the flop.
Check.
And then he's checked it. I mean, he should have probably bet it.
Jeez, nobody really interested in betting.
No. Well, he likes his ace. He likes his 7 now. He'll bet now. No, then.
12,000.
Now, will hands represent somebody and come over the top of him? There's the razor. He could have checked ace king. No, it's just throwing it in the way.
But these guys are showing a lot of respect.
Well, you know, he's supposed to bet the flop king now when you raise before the flop. But as that happens, he would have got called and he would have lost small chips. This guy's just hitting the deck, you know, really. I mean, he hasn't done out special player-wise. He's just hitting the deck.
Unstoppable right now is the bookie.
I mean, and I mean, the other guys are letting him hit the deck by checking the flops to him and letting him get lucky. You know?
Let's work that out.
It's just an excuse, isn't it, to wear the shirt with an
Totally. It's ruined a good shirt.
There is one thing Ash was saying. He seems determined that if he doesn't get the cards, he's going to sort out his own arrangements. I mean,
yeah, that's right.
He's giving himself a lot of opportunities, isn't he, to get in there?
So, you know, 2 7s. He probably should re-raise you probably with 2 7s. I guess what's going on here.
The argument being that Ash has played a lot of hands so far.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Take it away, baby.
Unbelievable. I mean, just threw them 2 7s away. You know? Wow.
And, Hussain has managed to get himself back to even, considering the kind of stuff he's been dealt. It's a pretty big accomplishment, actually.
Yeah. Well, if they keep throwing away pairs of 7s, I mean, there's 5 players out there. You know, I mean, you've got to put a re-raise in there, really.
I mean, he's playing like a guy in form, Ash Hussain, isn't he?
I suppose the only case for throwing the 7s away was the fact that he raised in first position. But you know, you got to assume he's got better than Queen 10. Here comes Mr. Ritburg again. Whitberg Winkle.
And look at
What's going on here?
They've got to
Now
say,
then,
man.
now then, can Hardy flop a 10 this time?
I think Ash is, he doesn't know how good his hand is right here. I mean,
Well, it's only good if he catches an ace. If it comes down a raggy flop, you've got to fancy, if it comes a raggy flop, you've got to fancy Hardy taking it actually, because Ritburg will probably bet out and Hardy will probably put a raise in. Oh, the ace has come. Wow, what a good flop for Ash.
Check.
That's how you get. That's how you win tournaments. I mean, he could only catch an ace and it comes smoking.
how should Hussain be thinking about his ace right now?
Yeah, he's not going to like it now. He's going to call and hope that Tony puts the brakes on next go.
Try to pretend that he's the one with the queen, perhaps?
Well, now he's called. You know, I said Ritburg won't be winning this pot once I saw the hands out there, you know. He's going to throw that away, no problem.
I mean, in point of fact, Devilfish, if Hardy bets this again, Hussain's going to have trouble, isn't he?
He won't bet again. Hardy won't bet again. He's happy to check it down now he's had a call.
Oh, gosh, that was a good card for Ash.
He won't bet again.
12,000. Plus.
There you go, that's the end of that. As it happens, if it come a blank, there was no way Hardy was going to bet again anyway. And there was no, but if it comes a blank, this guy ain't going to bet again either. Actually, he's going to be happy to check it. Because once the ace comes off, he's got the nuts.
Well, Hussain has ducked and dived, and as you said, he's looking like the main challenger right now to the bookie.
Yeah, I think I would have checked, give that a bit of check for one there when you get the full house aces. You know, and hope that Tony decides to have a stab at it. That was your only hope. I mean, you've got the nuts. Well, more or less, barring 4 queens being out.
On the flop, Hussain was praying Tony didn't have a queen, and then on the turn he was hoping he did.
Yeah.
Changed his
And
mind.
Barry's finally found some sort of hand here.
Price to 12,000 total.
Come on, let's see Barry pick one up here, give him a bit of confidence.
Plus.
And what? Well, Ritburg's gone.
Barry's in kind of a good spot when he's on the button with Ritburg in the big blind right now. Isn't
We'll
he?
show that one as well.
He'll
show that one. I guarantee. That will definitely be in the programme. It's nothing really.
Well, that'll be in the programme because it's the only hand you played, Barry.
I mean, true, isn't it?
Yeah. I called it the other day commentating, didn't I?
Oh,
Well, I wonder if
Unbelievable.
some of these guys might be deciding they've only got 1 or 2 moves in them and they're going to save them for the...
Some of these guys haven't got 1 or 2 moves.
Price to 14,000.
Kilby's got a move, busy now. He's folded about 7, 8 hands in a row, and now 3, 4 under the gun.
Well, he's showing that he plays poker a bit here. He must have been watching the fish.
It's a big raise he made. 4 plus 10.
Nice bet, son. Well done. He's from Doncaster, we've got to support him.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't price up.
Why did they call them Doncaster Rovers anyway? What is a rover? It's a dog, isn't it?
Doncaster Rovers is probably the name of the football team, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're 25 to 1, I'm 30.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
That's where they
should have
play
been
the
at least
Saturday.
64
They
if
play
you're
poker there every Friday night.
Opportunity to,
Football club.
That books the price. I mean, I can price up each.
Yeah, of course.
Steve
I don't know
Wilson's
quite
game.
would allow it, would they? Or can they not stop that?
I'll have to pop round there sometime.
You can't stop it at all.
Cool.
Barry Hearn has sort of limped in and then gone very quiet. Everyone's trying to figure out what this means.
Well, Barry likes them little sorted things.
Check. Check. Check.
Looks like a dangerous board of
Yeah,
us.
if a 4 or a 5 comes off, 2 of them are going to make the straight or 1 of them. No.
Check. Check.
There is 12,000 in there, and Hearn wants it.
8,000.
Will Hussain believe him?
Yeah, he's going to throw it away.
Plus.
Barry does not check twice.
Plus.
And that's just the power of the button?
The postman never knocks twice, and Barry never checks twice.
Yeah,
that's what I say, I'll do all that,
You
yeah.
lay off rather than talk.
Yeah.
You don't talk to anyone because it's you can't. You know,
No, of course not. No.
But if you know that you're, you know, not being funny, you think what price you want? 25 to 1 to win the tournament. Well, I'm a 5 to 1 shot to win the table. Never mind to win the tournament.
No, Barry, you're a lot bigger odds than that, Barry.
So straight away, I'm a 2 to 1 shot as well. I haven't even played the final. It's crazy.
Your record is quite good on your single seater, isn't it?
Yeah, but it still doesn't say it's not 25 to 1. There isn't a 25 to 1 shot in there.
Well, Roman was 25 away.
I know, yeah.
Limp in from Ritburg with the 2 7s, and if Kilby, oh boy.
Oh, way up there.
Good. Ritburg may have been trapping here, huh?
Raise 9,000.
Oh, yeah.
Any chance he might re-raise?
There's a lot of body language going off from Kilby here, look. Body's all over the place.
I'm having today.
Another
And it
10,000.
could change tomorrow. It could change
We're all in now, I think.
All in.
And has Ritburg overcommitted is the question. Can he take any hint here?
All he knows he's even money if he's lucky.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is a factor, Devilfish, of the money in the pot, and Ritburg thinking he's going to have to gamble to win this heat.
Yeah, I mean, he just was open. He's just open his even money. Obviously, he's in terrible shape. He's a 4.5 to 1 chance.
Sometimes I guess some hands come down that you can't get out of.
Yeah, well, the way that went down, if it had gone to betting, it had gone down a different way. It could have got out of it.
Who's the optimist?
The fact that he limped to a trap, perhaps, Ritburg.
Yeah.
And now he's in terrible shape. I think it is hands Ritburg all in, unless the 7 pops.
Or 4 or an 8 will give him a lot of outs.
Yeah.
Or a hat.
7. If this is a 9, you can actually...
A hat comes off a 4, an 8, he gets a lot of outs soon.
Kilby might have some sweat left in him.
There's a hat, there it is, look.
Could it happen? Could it happen?
Now he can catch, he's got 11 cards to catch now all of a sudden.
It feels like too many, says Kilby.
Yeah.
You could hit the king of hearts.
Oh, unlucky.
Wrong red.
Unlucky.
And the Dutchman dammed up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing
Well, so far this satellite determined by the hands out. Kilby with the big pair and the big blind, taking out Ritburg with the kings up, and he's going to could make a nice run for it from here. Kilby.
Well, the fact that he raised in an early position with a 3-4 diamond, I think it was, shows that he's got a bit of play in him.
Get a bit excitement because I could hit flush on the river, but I didn't make it, and so kings are favourite, and so I'm here.
Because it's new.
Less than 2 levels here, and we've lost 2 players. And is this good news or bad news for Hearn and Hussain that the field's gotten smaller?
It's good news for me and you, I know that. We won't be in this commentary box, it won't be in this picture not any longer.
I said last week when you said there was a better chance of the world ending than the heat. Devilfish, it was a long one, wasn't Ashley Hales?
I was a young lad when I walked into the pitch, and when I walked out I felt like all Father Time. I mean, it just went on forever.
Well, this is great stuff from Mick Kilby. I don't know what's going to happen here, but he's definitely here to use the chips to his advantage. Uh-oh. 9-5 he had.
Yeah. And of course, we don't want to see an 9 come on this slot now.
2 big stacks squaring off, perhaps. Hardy's got position and a better hand. I wonder, do you think Kilby's just had a little rush of blood to the head, maybe?
Well, no, if Kilby does a follow-on bet, he'll win it.
12,000.
Good bet, sir. Good bet.
Hardy could try and peel a 6 off.
I don't think so. Well, with him, there's a club out there. I mean, he could hope to catch a club. There's a few cards can come off that. I'll give him a hand, but I think he'll throw it away.
The reasoning being that he does not want to feed a bear who's starting to acquire chips. Oh, you called it. Where's Ian Fraser when you need him to lay a bet?
Yeah, exactly.
Kilby looks all of a sudden that he's found his feet here in this. He's starting to look at his chips and look at this table like he's not an outsider. Maybe he's not.
No,
he's got a bit of play in him.
So busy with other things, it's just looking at him.
Kilby is, I think he's a soldier as his occupation.
Yeah?
HM Forces. What's that? His Majesty.
Forces? I don't know. Might be a prison officer. Let's hope not.
No.
That would be a prison officer than a prisoner, I think.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think I'd sooner be a prisoner.
All right.
We don't worry about him. Someone should tell you about your personal problem.
I think I'd have a few
We're all
mates.
sitting there listening.
It's a light blue shirt. The studio's hot. I'm going to keep my arms down like that.
There's quite a few prisons around Doncaster too,
the
actually. There's a
Guess
couple of
who's
big
wearing
prisons.
Guess who's not?
What is that, to keep people from leaving Doncaster?
Yeah, that's right. They put a fence
You
around
will be
Doncaster.
big blind soon stinky.
Certainly will.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Kilby's over there on his own, but he really looks like he's starting to enjoy himself. You know, when you win a satellite to get in, the last thing you want to do is just come in and get knocked out quick without giving yourself a run. But now that he's got 151,000, he can give it his best game, I guess.
No race.
Good for him. This is probably the biggest poker spot of his life.
Yeah. Well, anything's got to be big after playing in the Doncaster Rovers Club, I would imagine.
Kilby's limped in with the Jack-9, hit top pair, but there's 3 diamonds out there.
Check.
Well, he's got a bet. Hussein's checking, he's got the 8 of diamonds. You have got it, son.
Stick money in and make that the last money he sticks in?
No, I think he'll check and hope to get a 3-1. But I think Kilby's going to bet for definite. He's got to put a 15,000 bet in it at least.
8,000.
No, that's not good. That's not good. He might win it actually because he's only got the 8 of diamonds.
Yeah.
I won't imagine he wants to call it. It might catch a diamond and not like it. So it was okay.
Why does Kilby have to bet?
Well, he's got to protect his. He's got top kicker. There's 3 diamonds out there. Right? You know, you can't check. Yeah, you can't check.
I had the diamond bit, but we weren't high enough.
Mine was huge. Diamonds, the little black curly ones, aren't they?
Yeah. Usually I get it for about 3.
You 4 plates.
You know, Hussain slowed down a little bit. I wonder if he's
But if you get it nearer the date, you can.
He's changed gears.
They're waiting for Barry to go out now. They've all got a few chips except Barry here. You know, they're waiting for another one to drop out.
Right.
Once they get 300, they'll definitely rock and roll. Barry's got a jack. He likes that jack queen, Barry.
12,000 total.
He's playing what he's got here. Don't think he wants action here, do you?
No, you don't want action when you got a jack queen. You don't want action with a queen 4 either.
I don't look any
He looked at
better.
him a few times. Get very worried.
How many cards did you deal? I'm sure he looked at 4 cards that time.
Looked at the fronts.
If you rub them enough, the spots will move together and they just clump in the middle like a big one.
Oh, I see.
It's
I see.
not
It's
much
one
of a
those
stack,
army
but it is
games,
nearly
isn't it?
70% of
Clump
what he
them
started
together and
with.
they turn into one.
Yellows, of course, the small chips anyway.
You did have me worried though, and you kept going back. I thought, well, I'm missing the trick here.
And, we're very close to the end of the second level. Lines are going to be going to 3 and 6,000. That might get this game grooving.
Yeah, or a fire. A good fire.
I'll let you have options.
Yeah, I had one, didn't I? I think my first win was a walk. No, it wasn't.
No,
Never. I've had a walk.
You must be kidding having a walk with it.
Not much
No,
of
I
a
had
hand,
one
but
walk.
the
I had
bookie,
one.
every time he's sort of smelled weakness, he's pounced on it.
Well, you know, I mean, Kilby says to him, the words that he says to him was more or less like, you know, take it off me if you want, raise it. You know, he sort of give him that.
Have to be the last time.
Wow, that's
He
That
said,
is a hard face to call.
I think he said, I'll give you the option, you know, and something like that. And that was more or less like, you know,
Right.
I ain't got, I'll take it off me.
If he had had a big hand, he would have limped and stayed quiet, you think?
Probably.
I think some guys,
through the hands.
they talk a little too much at the table and it's not helping
I don't
them.
know. All I'm thinking about is my prostrate tells me it must be getting towards 21.
It must be getting towards a break time, sure.
Must be.
If Tony's neck gets any lower and his chips get any higher, he can actually rest his neck on his chips.
Plus.
Killed me from the bottom. I think this is the last hand of the level.
Plus.
Cool.
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 I think we've got to call him the bullfrog from now on, Hardy, because he does look like a bullfrog, doesn't he? Don't you
I'm
think?
going to play with my chips just to frighten him.
Hearn's just checked this here. I mean, obviously, he could have raised and taken it. Is it that he wants to try and trap Hardy into giving him more money?
I mean, he hasn't really got an hand to trap check with ace 10, you know. It's not like he's got 2 aces or 2 kings, you know. Well, you don't need to hit a flop, you've already got the hand made. I mean, he has to catch something. And if he don't catch something, then Hardy's going to take it off him. Well, he's caught something, yeah.
About what Barry had in
Yeah,
mind.
well, it went perfect for him, actually. I mean, and Hardy's having a steal like that.
8,000.
any reason for Hearn to call here? Is automatic raise too dangerous?
I think a raise would have been a straight draw there with a 9. I mean, it's an automatic raise really. He's got to raise about 15,000 more.
Let's count it out.
And 10.
10 is the raise.
He's raised another 10. Well, that'll do. That'll do it.
Looks like Barry is willing to gamble a little bit of Hardy's got a piece,
Well,
small
I wouldn't be
piece
betting
of
if
it.
I didn't have some of it, would I?
I believe you.
I was just worried about you having the 9 and the jack.
I wouldn't be betting it by that.
4 players have survived the first 2 levels. Devilfish and Hardy has won an even half, or anyway, he's won an even third of the hands that have been played. He's got 250,000. 3 and 6,000. That's the game right now. And 4-handed. It might start getting a little expensive, this price of poker, especially for Barry Hearn, who's down to about 80,000, just over 13 big blinds.
Yeah, you say it now.
He's in the small blind this hand. Kilby's seeming very relaxed, but now
Call.
a bit tight perhaps. Sonny wants to sit on his chips, wait a little bit maybe.
Call.
And a limp in on the button from Anthony Hardy. That'll make this pot 3 ways. Barry's made up the blind.
raise.
And Ash delighted for the free flop. $18,000 in there. And they've all missed it, although Hardy
Check.
can make himself a straight
Check.
draw. Worth a bet, I guess.
12,000. Pass.
Should take this unless Hussain gets fruity.
Pass.
TGF. Thank God it's Friday. And Anthony Hardy, who, well, he's had a couple of dips since he got the big hand against Barny Boatman.
Yeah, he was dipping sandwiches out here on the break. I've seen that. He had a few dips there. Mayonnaise, a lot mustard.
I think, though, Devilfish, he's up to his highest point right now in chips, 260 odd.
I think he's been up to 270 odd actually earlier.
He's got a lot of confidence right now, I guess. Is this the level for someone to make a run at him? I guess Barry Hearn has got to make a run at everything right now.
Yeah.
Raise to 14,000 total.
Well, he wants to pick it up here
Pass.
without any action. Oh, he's in trouble. Well, hopefully Mick Kilby will just re-raise and take it, and Barry will throw it away, and that'll be the end of that. I mean, Kilby don't want to be calling. I've just found out that Kilby's actually originally from Hull, and he's in the army, so
Cool.
I've got to sweat him actually. I think Barry's got more money than him somehow.
Kilby's playing this very trappy, but this could backfire on him, couldn't it?
Well, you know, he should have re-raised and took it really, because it's odds on that, you know, you're not going to catch the flop, and that's exactly what's happened. Now what's he going to do? He's going to check, and Barry might take it. I would imagine.
At 31,000 out there, it's a big percentage of Barry Hearn's stack. Could Barry fall for this?
14,000.
No, Barry's got to throw it away now. I mean, this is a good bet. He's played it. I mean, he's played it okay. I mean, he might as well have re-raised and took it before the flop, but he's played it this way, and he's going to take it anyway.
Pass.
Even if Barry thought Kilby was on some kind of drawing hand like Jack Queen, he still can't really.
No.
He's his dog there, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Mick Kilby, feel like maybe he was a bit overawed when he sat down, Devilfish, but now he's really in the swing of the game. He's been laughing and joking, and I think he's having fun.
Yeah, he's getting his confidence up.
Obviously, he's come through a little bit of a field just to get here. To Doncaster Rovers.
I'm still getting shit. Excuse
Pass.
my language.
And
Pass.
Hussain is definitely taking it down a notch, hasn't he?
Yeah, he slowed down a bit.
Last time Kilby limped in.
Raise.
Hardy raised him. He's going to have a pop at it now.
18.
Reasonable with the king
18,000
six.
total.
What's that he got you? Look at this. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Oh, he's gotten the run of the cards for sure. The bookie.
The old bullfrog strikes again.
What, 18 more, is it?
Oh, is it 18 more?
12
I've only got 2 coins. Let me have a think about this for 5 minutes. Re-raise.
Well, I mean, calling would be
A raise.
He's not.
Re-raise.
So you know, he's been playing long enough. So he's not going to. Why bother calling? Re-raise and take it. 2 coins are not unbeatable. 20, 30 more.
30 more.
30,000 more.
You get these situations, Devilfish, where bookies picked up so many hands and done this so many times that Kilby could just get the hump, could he?
I hope not. I hope he just throws this away. You ain't got anything, son. You got a king 6, so it's suited. Big deal. Just throw it in the dustbin and wait for another day.
I mean, you start to tell yourself he can't be picking up hands all the time, but it's the only logical explanation sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they've seen him flop 2 sets, a set of 7s and a set of 5s, so they know he's picking them up. Throw it away, sunshine. Come on.
What if I stick them all in?
You see, the trouble is in the English army. If he's in the Italian army, he'd have been out with his pot by now.
Yes.
Well, Kilby doing the right thing, perhaps. Maybe he was just letting Anthony Hardy know that he's not going to be getting away from things too easy. Don't rob me.
The big smile from the bullfrog there. Must have seen a flag go by. You'll have that later.
He's had almost no resistance tonight. I mean, everything has just gone perfect for Hardy.
Yeah, so just fell exactly into place. You could have actually set a bullfrog there. It could have won with the hands he's caught. But like we say, he can play the game, and if the cards dry up, he'll still be in there rocking and rolling.
To 15,000 total.
It's the first time Hussain's moved chips in a while. I'm sure he'll get respect, but what's behind him?
Yeah. Oh, she picked up this jam. No, only do 3 this time. Well, that's
Pass.
a bit
Pass.
automatic. So we'll go again.
And maybe Ash has got a little bit of a mental line in the sand. He doesn't want to go below 110, 115. Average chips right now is just 150, so he's well in it.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think if it comes down to playing poker, he's definitely played. You know, he's won with the marginal hands, and he's played a bit more poker than the other 2 at the moment. Let's see how it goes. As the blinds get bigger, playing poker's a bit more. You know, becomes less. You got to find cards in as the blinds get bigger. Oh, well, so Tony's only got an ace jack this time. He's starting to slum it a little bit.
14,000 total. Pass.
Boy, we've only played a 40-odd hand.
No, sorry, excuse me. If Hussain picks any sort of marginal hand up here, like 10 jack, he's definitely going to call. Let's hope he doesn't start re-raising. He must think he's getting robbed. I mean, they're getting raised that many times, but he's going to call it at least.
Guess you couldn't blame him for raising here.
He's going to call it, and let's hope a jack don't come off.
Call.
Sensible play.
Yeah. It's a calling hand, 10 jack. You can call, take it off. There's the ace. Look, no danger, smoking a pipe. Boom.
Check.
No danger.
No danger, smoking a pipe.
He's checking his cards again, just to have a look. I can't believe he couldn't remember he had an ace.
20,000.
Obviously, bullfrogs ain't got good memories.
You get the feeling that Hardy could use a little paper and notepad or something and a pen so he could write down his cards so he'll remember them later. He's going to be terrible in the interview. He's not going to remember what he.
Look what's happening. This is Hussain's picked a bad
25
time.
more, 45 total.
This is just it's a good thought but bad timing.
You know, well, I mean, once the ace comes down, it's a bad time to do this sort of stuff.
We raised all in.
Right.
It's a bad time to do it.
Because Hardy's likely to have the ace, you think?
Well, he's raised before the flop. He can easily have an ace in his hand. You know, there's a lot of flops can come down where you can do this sort of move and take it, but an ace out there, it's difficult.
I guess the problem for Hussain is that if Hardy does have the ace, he's basically drawn dead, which he is.
Well, he's done a move. I mean, he knows that he's got no outs. I mean, he did a move and it's backfired on him. It's just a bad time to do a move when the guy's raised and an ace has come down.
That's the problem for Ash. You're saying this was a pretty expensive move, Devilfish. It's like 40,000 in there.
He's going to throw it away. Doesn't matter what. No matter how bit much is in the pot. He's got no outs. I mean, he's got to throw it away.
Has he shot himself in the foot for this entire heat now?
No, he's still in the heat. He's just got to throw this hand away and let's get on with the next hand. I mean, there's no way he can call.
Pass.
Nice.
Well, that's how you become European #1, being able to make moves. But the problem is he's run into a buzzsaw. Anthony Hardy has hit every flop available.
I started off playing poker just with friends, just having a bit of fun, and I played in a little tournament in Blackpool, and the first tournament I ever played, I won. And obviously that gets you hooked, doesn't it, like anything else. And I still, even after that, I just played for fun for maybe 3 or 4 years. And like I said, over the last few years, I've just got more and more into it as I've started winning bigger and bigger tournaments. When I started off, it was more fun than anything else, but over the last couple of years, I've started getting better and better results. And since my second place in Monte Carlo last March, everything's just gone up and up and up. And winning the European rankings last year just obviously was the icing on the cake. I've had to grind through. I haven't just gone straight in at the top and won. I've worked my way through as well, from the £5 rebuys all the way to obviously the €10,000 and $10,000 buy-ins. So yeah, I've had to slog it out as well. I travel with my brothers normally wherever I go, and I mean, even in Monte Carlo, I was there with my little brother, but once they found out I made the final table, 2 of my other brothers flew out as well. So yeah, it's more of a family affair. We've got a family business, we manufacture cushions. But this year, obviously, because I've got a sponsorship deal now and I'm the European #1, I've took a year out, and hopefully, I said to my brothers who are running the business, hopefully if I do well, then I'll take another year out, and so on and so on. So, and if I don't do so well, I'll be back there next year. Well, hopefully if I win this tournament, and there's a lot more tournaments to come. I mean, the World Series is just coming up, the World Heads Up, so there's no stopping the poker calendar. There's an event every week, so no rest.
Welcome back. I mean, it does seem like these 3 guys, Hearn, Hussain, and Kilby, I mean, they're hanging around a little bit, hoping that the deck's going to change. I mean, at some point, they're thinking Hardy has to go dry a little bit, but it hasn't happened yet.
No.
18.
Raise to 18,000 total. Pass,
Raise. Respect. Kilby's got enough to throw away the ace-9 this time, did it really raise?
Well, Mick's playing a good game, you know, he's getting away from hands and messing around and playing a bit of poker.
Cool.
Ash is giving himself lots of flops to try and pick up something. Last time, he got the better of Kilby on the flop. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
Good enough.
2 change.
Not argue.
If Hussain misses, you think he might lead at it? He's been doing...
I don't know, he ain't got a lot of chips this time. He's got to be a bit careful with his chips. Let's see what happens. Well, they've both missed.
Check. Check.
Kilby giving a card. He did this last time as well.
Check.
10.
10,000.
It's dangerous. Or a good bet.
No, he's gonna. 10,000. He's probably going to win it. You know, I would imagine. Ash ain't got enough chips to beat. I mean, he's tried to move earlier on in the game when he had a lot of chips. He ain't got a lot of chips now. He could move all in. It'd be a great move, but he could be walking into an ace queen or full house tens.
Kilby could have played 3 queens like this, couldn't he?
Yeah, the fact that he's only bet 10,000, I mean, he could easily have a big hand here.
Pass.
Yeah. It's sometimes you can think about making a move, but what it's going to cost you your tournament life. It really
yeah. Well, when Mick bet out on that Queen 5 flop, you know, it was obvious to Tony that he never had a queen in his hand, so it was easy for Tony to play a bit of poker and take it off him. But if he'd have checked it and then bet on the 10, it would have looked a lot more like he might have had a queen in his hand, and Tony wouldn't have been able to do the same move and probably would have thrown the hand away. Sometimes it's good to check the flop and do a move on the 10.
Pass.
Giving away a lot here tonight, Devilfish.
Pass.
You know, I know. I'll have to write a book one day, I think.
Cool.
And
how to make a small fortune.
No raise.
Out of poker, start with a big one.
And has Kilby checked here? Because if the ace comes, he feels like he's going to get all of Ash's chips. Wonder.
Check. Check.
Well, it's when there's a pair out there, SI is usually good. You know,
Kilby's been very careful against
there's
two
the
saves.
ace. Look, boom.
And this is exactly what he was hoping for,
6,000.
Kilby. The check before the flop.
Yeah. And he's made a nice call. He's just smooth calling him out. You know, I like it. I like the way he's playing.
Will Ash fire another bullet? Or does he know he's in trouble?
He knows he's in trouble. No, he's give the pot
Check.
up. He's give it up. I mean, once it's free king, free ace, and the guy's called him, he's just got to give it up.
Pass.
He had a little stab at it. That's all you can do.
Yeah, Hussain hasn't really gotten much in the way of good cards, but he's down to 43. He's certainly gone there in fits and starts.
Well, some flops where there's a big draw, you know, like a straight and flush draw there, for instance, and you bet out, and the guy calls you, and it comes a blank. You can bet out again at the end and try and steal it again, but obviously in that situation there, the only draw there was a flush draw, and the flush came. So you know, you just got to give it up, take it. Oh, Barry, where they are, they don't know what this hand is. Such an horrible hand to play a small pair like this. You've got to raise, and he just wants to walk here, wants everybody to fold and throw their hands away.
It's if he gets a call here where it all starts.
Well, look at this. Look, Mick Kilby sat there with the bullets. Wow, what a game this is. That shuffling machine won't smash you up with an axe, I'll tell you.
Hearn's sitting on about 60,000 behind. He's put 18 in.
Barry's a shrewd judge, and he's looking at this guy, and the longer this guy messes around and looks at his cards and yeah, all in. I don't like this play.
Too big a raise.
Well, Barry ain't got a lot of chips. He might decide to make a stand and up. He's got ace king or something. Throw it away, Barry. They're both pointed at the top, but you've got the wrong one, son.
Would Kilby have played ace king like this?
Well, maybe. Yeah, I would imagine he would. Yeah.
How much is it, Amanda?
It's all your chips.
Have you got me covered?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about the same.
Yeah, Barry should throw these away, you know, these small pair. Best it can be is even money.
104,000 more. Hearn's only got 60. So
he's hoping it's a race, but it's not a race.
Is he trying to decide if he's got enough to play his way out of this? He does.
Nice, good fold, Barry. Good fold. Them pairs. That's what I say about
Can
the
we just
small
see
pair.
what the flop would have been? Show me one. Come on, don't be a rat.
You don't want to see one, Barry, because if he showed him one, Barry would think it would have been a race, you know, and then it'd be sick.
I think I'm going to enjoy seeing it as well. I think.
So Kilby, Hearn, and Hussain all sort of grounging around, although Kilby with a nearly average chips, but it's the bookie, Hardy. He's just been unstoppable, Devilfish.
It wasn't a hand to leave the table with, put it that way.
Well, every time Barry talks, he's putting himself further in it.
Yeah, I don't mind leaving the table if I get beat.
I think you had ace jack or ace queen, and I didn't like the odds. Well, obviously, he was getting. If he'd have had that hand, he would have been getting odds, and he'd have been favourite.
Pass.
I'll take my chances.
Pass.
As it happens, he had aces, and it was a great fold.
Hearn is wounded now, and should Hardy be a little more careful with these, knowing that Hearn can commit with all kinds of hands.
Yeah, well, Hearn was wounded earlier when he bought the sandwiches, you know, and he spent about £4 on them.
Fuck you.
And meanwhile, the bullfrog just keeps, he's sat on that leaf there, just snapping at all the flies.
Statistics, he's put money into 27 pots and won 21 of them. That is impressive.
And he's had the best hand every time as well. Well, not every time, I think once in every.
I know I've got to have a hand now against you because you're going to go win.
Well, yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, that's, I know you won't be betting unless you're comfortable with winning. I know that.
That is funny. Look at this. Look at what he's found. Now this looks like a steal after he said that. He said, "I'm not going to bet it now because I know that you're going to go all in."
Yeah.
And he's found the
Raise.
So the nice thing is at least you're in front of me.
16,000 total. Pass.
That's very true. Barry's at least been able to keep his eye on Anthony Hardy.
You see, Ash is getting a bit fed up with this. I can see, you know.
Well,
he has to throw it away, but he's sick of it. He wants to be the bullied as the kid, and he's just unlucky. Things aren't going his way.
Good enough.
He hasn't done a lot wrong this game, though. I didn't like the re-rate. I mean, like he says, I mean,
No, it's
if
nearly
he never had
pushing
an
time.
ace, if he never had an ace, he
you're
obviously
both
would
I'm
be.
almost there.
I know, yeah, that's right.
But usually when you get races,
You
when you
was
get
what
races
inspired
in
me
these,
to
in
fold
these
that
table,
last hand.
these
So I
format
thought
games,
it
it's a
was
raggy old
well,
ace, you know.
You've kept your head, and you're less than me.
That's why he's the European #1.
Exactly.
You don't get there for nothing, do you?
You don't get there
It's
for
hard
nothing.
work,
Well, I do that.
isn't it? It's true, isn't it?
Well, that's why you look like that. He's only 19.
Pass.
King 9 he's
Pass.
folded, and Hussain's in a situation where he nearly has to go all in with any two, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's going
Ole.
to go all in now, yeah, Queen 10. And Kilby looks like he's found something. Hey, look at this, what Kilby's found here.
Wow.
He's going to
Is that
call him.
call that? Call.
Quick call, and this is curtain time for Hussain, unless he can outrun the ace
Well,
king.
that's what you don't become top.
I've got live cards.
You don't become
Yeah.
top
Yeah,
of the
that's
rankings in
it.
Europe unless you're lucky
Still
too. I mean, you
alive,
might catch
who can
something, you
complain?
never know.
Nothing for second, is there? So
There's a round of applause.
Well, good luck to him. Let's see what happens. Deuce 4 6. That's a lovely flop for the ace king.
Yeah.
Obviously, an ace or a king would have been better.
No backdoor draws here. Just a straight pair off.
That's another good card. He's got 6 outs.
Unlucky boy.
Not today.
Cheers, that's good.
And like you said, he might have made one move, missed time, but Devilfish, he gave it a good run. I mean, he was card dead pretty much all day. Hussain moved with the Queen 10, and as you said, Fish, like it's been happening all day, he's run into bigger hand. Ace King held up.
I wasn't doing too bad, but basically because it got down to four-handed, the other two, Barry and the other fella, weren't doing anything. So and Anthony was just bullying all the table. I thought I've really got to put a stop to it, because if I don't, it'll just carry on. And if it worked, I'd have got a few chips, and hopefully he wouldn't have done that again. But that time, I think he had a hand, so and I had absolutely nothing. So I left myself about 50,000, and it was an uphill struggle after that. And I was just basically just looking for a chance to double up, which I did at the end, and it didn't work out.
3, okay.
Crank it up a notch. Yardstick now, 5 and 10,000.
Well, that won't be one of them.
And
Pass.
3 ways. Button first to speak.
Call.
Is Kilby waiting for Hardy to raise now?
No raise.
He's not falling for this one. These guys have played a lot.
Oh, he's
blind
caught
on
the
blind.
8 and he's caught the
Check.
This is a good check now. For Hardy will definitely have a snap at this, and he should get raised here.
10,000.
He's got to raise him because there's no point just calling, because he's got to check again next time.
Call.
Well, I don't like that call. Now he's got to check again next time and give him a free go to catch his 2 pair.
And especially Devilfish, there's no draws out there, so what's Hardy going to put him on? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, he's put him on a queen, full stop. Hardy's not going to bet again. If he checks again, he's giving him a free
Check.
go to catch 2 pair.
Check.
There you go. Look.
Wow.
Yeah, try not, you know. This is,
Called it.
you know, Mick's played good until this hand. I don't like this hand, out the way he's played it. Well, it's fine. He's come out of the frame. It might, if he bets 10, he might have got called.
15,000.
He might have got called. I don't think he's going to get called for 15. Like I said, there's no draws there, and he's called the flop. I mean, if he called with a 3 or a queen, he's obviously got him beat now.
There's just nothing Hardy can beat. He can tie it. I guess he could tie.
This is the first time the bull finds himself
Pass.
in a position where he's got to think.
I think it's the first hand Hardy's lost, actually.
Well, I mean, usually he just sticks his tongue out and the flies land on it.
Well, either way, Kilby making a little bit of a bite.
Yeah. You see, Kilby give him 2 chances there. 2 free goes there to outdraw him.
I'll get you that big, but just got to make sure he does.
Before it come on the turn, Kilby could have gone broke.
Structure,
Yeah.
It'll be nice little. It'll be 100 players, 200 grand.
Fair over
You can wink one for 300 or 400 quid. Yeah.
Barry never stops talking business, does he?
Pass.
I think he might be just trying to soften the bookie up a little, however he can.
Pass.
Anthony.
Well, show what you had. Go on, because I don't think you had any.
I was going all in on that.
Yeah. Do-dos.
It was my swan song. I thought if I'm going to go out, I want to go out on an amusing hand. So when you watch the telly, you can say, Look at him. What does he know?
Listen, when I raise you, I know you're going to go all in, so it'll be...
When you raise me, if I go,
yeah,
there's only one bet, but usually you frighten me off. Because you've had some decent hands.
I've had decent hands.
You've had decent hands today.
I haven't took liberties with you.
No. Well, you haven't had a chance. I haven't been in any hands.
No, you haven't bent over yet.
Hearn's got 50,000 or so.
Pass.
I wonder if he should think about going all in with
My
a
friend?
wide. No.
It's the last one you're having for free.
He's still feeling patient, isn't he?
Well, you know, he should be making moves there for that.
Good enough.
So I got that extra 2%.
Okay.
Picked up the blinds.
Another level down the drain. And there's another good level for the bookie, who's up to 350 or so thousand. Bazza Hearn, it's been done before, but can he do it again? Come back from the short stack.
Welcome back to the partypoker.net World Open 3. It's very easy to get distracted, but to make it to the semi-finals, our players need to remain focused. Let's get back to the table.
Well, the 3 and 6,000 level,
Can I go?
not hugely eventful, except Anthony Hardy has pressed his lead and knocked a player out. And now, Devilfish 5 and 10,000. I guess it's all down to when Barry Hearn
That
moves.
is very true, but let's not.
Well, he's got
Well,
to move very
Let's have a look
quickly.
at that.
He can't afford to do 15 guns in.
No.
Anything but those, he says.
Well, they would have done for me. It'd have been hard for Mick to call with an ace-8.
20,000 is the raise.
Really, Barry doesn't need to look at his cards now. He's just got to start moving in, you know.
Well,
look at this. He's found the ace-9. He don't like it though. He don't like an ace-9, but he's going to call. And if an ace comes down, Kilby's going to be in trouble.
Re-raise.
Oh, he's re-raised. Well, that's okay. Free-handed ace-9. You know, it's odds on to being in front.
It depends how much he re-raises, because Kilby could decide he likes it.
Well, I don't think he's going to decide he likes it. I think he's going to throw it away. And moving would win it though if he did decide to move all in.
Yeah. Twice I've had a very similar hand.
No, twice you've had exactly the same. I know you had ace with a 9 of diamonds last time, anyway.
Is Kilby saying this to Hardy that he's noticing because the next time he wants him to know he's not going to lay it down?
Well, the fact that he's telling him he's got a very similar hand, he's marked his card, so he's obviously not going to move all in and he's not going to call either. So he's going to throw it away.
I'll let that one go.
Don't keep showing him, son. I got that wrong, didn't he? Actually, he had the 9 of diamonds, did Tony. Never mind.
No one wants to take you on.
Not just yet.
No.
Well, I mean, Kilby's shown that he's here to get his chips in first and win it. And he's shown he's made the right move when he's laid down these hands.
Because they weren't there. They didn't have the decision to make at that time.
No, that's right.
You can be an easy.
You can be in your armchair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very good point.
It's a lot easier
Kilby
game.
does
like
have
watching
175,000. I mean, he is got enough of the stack to play with. Devilfish.
Who wants to win £32,000?
Yeah.
Plus.
What's Hardy got? He knows that Barry Hearn is prepared to commit with a lot of hands.
I'm all in.
Oh, you beat me to it. You are such a annoying person. You know that. You are an annoying person.
Yeah, he knows
Because
that.
you've got nothing. And I've got very little and I was going to go all in.
Well, he won't be, but he still go all in, Barry. You've got 2 live cards undersuited.
Go on.
It's hard to make a move on a mover.
Barry doesn't have enough to let that go, that kind of hand go the next time he's in the big blind, does he?
Well, I don't think he had enough there. He should have stuck it in and gambled, you know.
You'll see what I am.
It's not
I knew you were going to do it, so I thought I was going to do it before you do it. I'm going to ask you the question.
I didn't have enough to sort of.
What did you have?
10-7 suited.
Yeah.
But it was a moving hand.
Yeah, I call you.
Yeah.
He said him at first.
What did you have?
King 9, you get cold, obviously.
No.
You get cold.
No, I believe
know
that.
you're going to
no,
do it.
I believe that. Well, you know I'm going to call it. I'm going to go all in with almost anything.
Imagine the bookie will play a little tight here. He won't mind Barry and Mick kind of.
This is my last time I'm giving you that.
Wow.
The last
time.
I
You see, Barry should have gone all in there without even looking.
That's more than helped.
Can't afford to let these chips get away.
No.
I'm not going to
He's put himself in a position now where he's guaranteed to get called now.
Well, I guess the problem for Hearn right
I'm
now,
going to leave that a little bit closer.
Devilfish, is if he does double up now, he'll only really have the same amount of chips he had when this level started.
Exactly.
Why would you put it in while you're on the button?
but Hearn determined
Put it in before I go
not to push the panic button too early. I mean, that panic button is tough sometimes to know when to push it, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to push it. You know, you just got to. Don't even look at it. Just stick it.
I mean, effectively, a free look. So
Any two cards can win at this game. As we know, Deuce 7 could beat two aces.
Push it in.
Barry's got something. Oh, that's what he was waiting for.
Well, Mick's counting it with a Queen 10. You don't really want to be doubling him up with the Queen 10. I would be throwing this away. He's only got 5,000 in the pot.
No.
Different story for Anthony Hardy, perhaps, who's got more chips.
Well, Anthony's probably got an ace-8 there anyway.
I said to myself, I'm going to call you with any two cards, but I don't even think I can call you with these two cards. How much more is it?
That's the best news I've had.
Do you want me to call?
Yes.
I think he does.
But you're not going to do what I want, so why do you ask me? I mean, that is
I
a
just
joke,
want to
isn't
see
it? You
what
want
you
me to
say.
call? What am I going to say? No, please don't call me, Anthony. I'm weak.
Now we'll see. There's your big blind, yeah. You thought you survived, didn't you? You won the button then. Last Ben.
Well, that's the problem. All Hearn has picked up is a free round.
So slippery.
He's got 45,000 or so.
If I was Annie, I would just put the money out there first and say, there you go, let's raise it. I'm calling
None of our best lines.
If you call, I'm all in, and if you that takes the move away from him.
That's a very good point.
He's one. Look at this, he's got to walk anyway. It didn't matter.
No, you are kidding.
Oh, mate. Every time. It's something. It's
No,
almost.
that is lies.
No, it's not.
What'd you have then?
8-10. It was going in. It was going in on 8-10. Had to. Every time I got a hand, he just reads me. It's like.
That's not an hand, Barry.
You've got that X-ray vision, have you? You're not looking at my naked body, are you, Anthony? Because I'll get a slap.
I can think of better things to do than look at your naked body.
Oh, that's not nice, is it?
The thought of either of their naked bodies
come
got
on,
very
come
nice,
on.
isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
No, this has been a bit of a waiting game to see.
Like that.
Is Hearn going to take someone, get taken out, or double someone up?
All right.
Or double up himself, actually.
20,000.
I'll fold.
Plus. Plus.
Freebie. I love the freebies.
Well, we've got Eddie the Hitman and Barry the Posh for it, and when's the next break?
It's exactly 50,000.
Yeah. That's enough.
That isn't it?
3 double throws. You should do.
Actually, Barry's.
5 double throughs.
They've played 6 hands already at this level, and Barry's managed to tread water. If he can pick up something here, you think he should go all in it with everything just about.
Yeah, you know, you can't wait to pick hands up freehanded. You got that many chips.
There she goes.
There you go. Stick it in. Boom.
Raise all in.
As it happens, he's finding reasonable cards now.
Plus.
Now, what will the bullfrog wake up with? 9-7. That's going in the dustbin. He's going to think
How
for
much
about
more?
20 minutes.
40. Plus.
Okay.
At what point is Barry Hearn going to have enough chips they're not going to be able to call with any
Just
two?
one.
Really, it's about now, isn't it? He's got 65, I guess.
The trouble is with this policy is eventually you get caught.
Yeah, you're going to.
You know, I mean, you
Someone's
can
gonna
only back rubbish so long before someone gets a good hand against you, and then it's all over.
Yeah, but I mean, the
Which
good
is a
hands,
bit sad,
good
but
hands
it's
get
quite
beat
entertaining while it
rubbish
lasts.
all the time at this game.
Kilby's gone a little card dead of late.
All in. I'm looked. Oh, I'm dying to see a good hand.
You don't have to say much of a good hand, son. It'd be nice if he walk up with a hand here.
There's a jack.
He's got a call. Oh no, he's got the worst possible hand he could have.
And I
That's
don't
unlucky.
think you've got anything. Although I've got one of them, it is rather sneaky with only one of them.
Well, this has got a big chance of a split pot.
Oh, you've got the 6 with that.
Well, I was just going to say that, Devilfish. A lot of split pot, and the 6 does not have to play, does it?
No, there's a lot of split pot
Split pot
scenarios
would be
here.
good. I like the split pot.
Barry's begging for a split pot.
130,000 in there. And
There's the king, which is
Two
irrelevant.
kings,
Actually,
an
that's
8.
yeah, the deuce not a great card.
An 8. Big card, big card.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Big
Barry's
card,
shot-
big chance of a
Barry's
split.
shouting for an 8, but an 8 don't really. Oh.
That's
no
disaster,
good.
actually. Now, it's got to be, geez, a deuce or a 5 for a
He's got a
split.
spade draw. Barry's got the
Oh,
spade.
good night.
Oh, right, you are.
6. What a surprise. We knew that was coming up, didn't
Right,
we?
Anthony. Well done.
Thanks, Barry.
Well, the
played, sir.
Governor Baza Hearn,
Nice
he
one.
never really got anything.
No, he was, you know, just unlucky, never found out. I mean, I would, but like I say, I would be sooner sticking it in re-raising with any two cards than calling it with a king pre. You know, there you go.
Well, had a lot of chances of split pot, but the board came low with the kings, and the 6 on the river just sort of overkill. 2 pairs beating 1.
You have less and less movement or manoeuvrability as the blinds get up and you are short stacked. Nothing really happened. It was one of those days where actually nothing happened at all. So it was almost like a slow, painful death.
Head to head, and this is real David and Goliath story, Devilfish, because the bookie has been a force from start to finish. He's been here, he's got experience, but Mick Kilby from Hull, or Doncaster actually, near Hull.
Well, yeah, apparently he's originally from Hull, but he's in Doncaster now, which is only a few miles down the road. And it'd be nice to see him win it for the boys down there at the Doncaster Rovers Club.
Well, Mick's got about a 3-to-1 chip disadvantage, but he hasn't done much wrong with his chips or cards tonight. I mean, he's got nearly everything out of them.
Well, aggression's going to win this now. I mean, assuming that Tony ain't going to hit the deck heads up. Aggression's going to win it, and let's hope he can be the aggressor. Tony, you see, Tony's going to be playing quite gently. You don't want to double him up. See what I mean? Look, he's straight away raised with a 10-7. That's it, son.
Cool.
Well.
And Kilby not intimidated to see flops here with Hardy, I guess.
No.
This pot's getting big all.
There's the old king ball. Now he's got to check it now. Check it and let him have a bluff at it. Yeah, good check. He's checked it straight back to him.
Now,
now I don't want to see a heart come off here because that'll slow out, or an ace come off. Now that might be the perfect card to.
15,000.
Now what's Tony going to do here?
If he can reason.
Okay, throw it away. Well, Tony got a bit busy there with his 10-eye on the button.
Even though you'd say, well, Kilby, it's his first time here, he must be feeling the pressure. The bookie must start. He's going to have a lot of pressure on him, especially if Kilby gets a few more chips, because the bookie will be really expected to win it from here.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, when you're big favourite to win, there's always a bit of pressure on you.
As you say, everybody always likes to take down the fish.
Yeah.
Nice raise with the ace-10. I wonder if he's committed.
Well, he's found an ace as well. What's he got with it? A jack or a queen? So look. That's a 10 as well, same handy. Wow, this game's a funny game, man. What's he going to do now? If he re-raises, no, he's just called. Right.
That's kind of opened the door for
Kilby to take it. If he'd have re-raised, he might have won it down then, but he would have probably won it on the flop, assuming they both missed like they have. But now he's actually put it back into Kilby's hands, the advantage.
Wow, this is the first real continuation bet we've seen from Kilby tonight. He's done a lot of checking when he's missed the flop, but not now.
No, and he's bet 30,000. It's a good bet. I think Tony will throw this ace-10 away. I think he will. And this is the first time he's played heads up, and he's actually been outplayed here, because if he'd have re-raised with that ace-10, which you've got to assume is probably in front heads up, he would have definitely took it on the flop. Instead, the other guys took it.
Do you think the reason Hardy didn't want to re-raise is because he doesn't want to commit it all to one pot? And I just wonder if that fear might give Kilby an advantage almost.
Yeah, yeah, you might be right. Yeah, he don't want any race situations.
It's no fun to be alone there at the poker table.
It's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun, as you say. Somewhere. Jack 8 of spades on the button. He's put a raise in here, and Tony's actually going to respect these raises because this kid hasn't done a lot. You know, you see, Tony's just calling again with a king 10.
Wow.
He's trying to catch a big flop.
Yeah, I mean, if Hardy starts missing the flops, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, he's missed again here. No, then he's got the diamond though. He's going to have 14 looks at it again. And he's going to bet. Just because of the fact that he's got the 10 of diamond.
40,000.
And he's going to win it. That bet will win it. If Mick could find it in the arsenal to move all in here, he would win it. But I don't know if he can.
Jeez, I mean that's a big ask, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And with that pot there, Hardy has gotten himself back nearly where he was. And it's interesting. I mean, these guys, geez, I think out of the 5 hands we played heads up, we've seen 4 flops. So This is definitely taking on
Yeah.
poker.
Well, Addy had no option but to bet there with his 10 of diamonds, simply because if he checks and Mick bets, say 30, 40,000, now Tony's got to bet 100,000 to take it off him, and he certainly didn't want to put 100,000 in the pot. So he led straight out and took it for as cheap as he could.
Let's play a flop, says the bookie. I'm sure Mick will be willing.
Well, Mick should be raising here because you can't catch out with an 8 deuce.
He should be raising, you think?
Yeah, he should have raised and took it.
Hardy's got the pair.
Check. Check.
Yeah, he's always got the pair.
Why is Hardy checked it here? Is this
I
a
don't
trap
know why.
or just...
Well, no, it was just... I mean, you can't trap with a 6. He was just going to call, you know what I mean? But but now he's going to call. He'll call in with his 6.
Cool.
He's just going to call it down.
Try to keep the pot small. Is that what
Yeah,
Hardy's trying to do? Kilby drawn live to a 5, and he hit it.
Yeah. Wow.
Any chance? He's going to be nervous about the 7. That beats him.
No, he's betting. And no, Tony don't. You see, Tony's played this hand bad as well. You know, he should have bet the 6 on the flop. He took it. Thank you. He played that hand weak.
It's a nice hand for the first raise. Second raise, you might have to worry about.
Raise.
Yeah, make it a big raise, that's it.
30,000
Nice raise, 30,000. Tony has to find something to play. He's got an 8 and a king.
The one thing the bookie hasn't done is come over the top of him since this
No, he
half
just likes to.
began.
I mean, I don't like this call with a king 8 of spades. It's hard to catch anything. You know, but there you go. And he's out of position. I don't like this call.
The pot is already. Oh.
This is where you can lose a lot of chips here. I mean, as it happens, he's got the perfect hand against 2 5s. But I mean, the other kid could have easily had, you know, king, queen, ace, king. And you could have lost a lot of chips. He's at the 4 5s. God, look at this flop.
He has to
wow,
check.
Wow, and he's got to
Check.
check here and hope a king comes off.
Check.
Look at him, he can't believe it. Look at Mick. Look at Mick's face. Look at that. Look,
He
can't
hasn't checked back.
He's trying not to breathe.
There's got to be a point where he's going to have to check back at his cards. Just
Oh,
to
there's
make
the queen
sure.
ball. There's the queen ball. No, he might. No, Tony thinks he's probably got an ace there, so he's not going to win any money unless a king comes off. Needs a king to.
What if it comes a queen?
Yeah, well, a queen. Well, a queen would be a great card, huh? But then Tony could put him on a bigger pair than 5s and still not lose too much.
Check.
I think he's going to bet here. This would be a good check.
Wow, that's a big hand, 4 5.
Don't bet too much. Don't bet 10,000. You don't matter. He's not going to get whatever he does. You ain't going to get $1. unless Tony decides to do a move, it wouldn't be a good time to do a move.
I think his brain has just gone scrambled.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know what to do.
He's
at
wondering
this
what
stage,
to do.
do you? It looks like he's thinking about that. If he's going to get paid off, he may as well go for something big. It looks like he's thinking about betting. Oh no.
You mess around too much and then you're not going to get paid.
40,000.
Now the bookie must know something weird's going on. He's going.
Well, the bookie knows he's either got a massive hand here now or nothing, you know. And it's a funny bet. And now will Tony do a move here?
You call that 9?
He caught that 9. No, I've got 4 5s.
Good read.
I caught the 4 5s. Good read, Tony. If you caught that 9. I can't believe he called there. That's not a good call. I mean,
well, I mean, Devilfish, it looked like the bookie knew something weird was going on, so he just thought there was as good of a chance, I guess, that it was a massive bluff, huh?
Well, the point is that you know, he couldn't beat an ace, you know. So I don't like the call. A raise would have been better than the call.
Well, yeah, the bookie, who has been hitting cards all night long, all of a sudden it's Kilby's turn. 4 5s have brought them level. Welcome back. 2 players, 1 blind mouse, and Hardy trying to seal the deal against Kilby here. Button plays.
Okay, we've got an ace 5. That's a big hand heads up. What's he done? Oh,
He's limped.
No, he's raised.
No, he's raised, has he?
No,
That's the biggest hand Mick's seen.
I'd like to see Mick do a re-raise here. I'd like to see him do a re-raise. You got to do some moves, son. Don't call with a king six. Raise. Re-raise him. He'll throw it away like a shot.
Cool.
Never mind, let's hope he catches a flop. It's tough with a king six.
It's 70,000 in there already.
Yeah.
Maybe he's planning on bluffing later on down the line, or maybe the bookie is. They've both missed.
They both totally missed, and now you got to favour the bookie. Yeah, the bookie's going to probably. He's forgot what he's got again.
Well, it's very hard to get a tell off the bookie that way. I mean, you just have absolute.
No, let's see him bet and let's see Mick raise you. Come on, son.
5,000.
You got to do this stuff heads up, buddy. You got to be able to raise them and win nothing.
And what would be the reason? What kind of indication can he get that he doesn't have nothing? Just the plain fact that you can't hit the flop all the time.
Exactly. He up there. He up. He's gone for chips. This is good. I like
Wow.
to see this. I like to see this. I like to see this.
Go for it. It looks like you don't want to put those in. He's got the left side of his brain telling him to fold and the right side telling him to raise.
Yeah. Come on, son. Shut it in. Don't take too long of it. Don't make it look like you don't want to do it.
Looks like he's gonna be sick. Go on.
No, he's gonna fall.
no,
He's not gonna put him in.
Jeez, and bookie's really putting him under the stair. Wow. Now, when you look at the bookie like that, does he look weak or strong?
He looks ugly. Yeah, I knew he wasn't going to put him in once he messed around all that time. And, and there was no point doing that because now the next time he does raise like that, the bookie's going in his head now that he's thinking about doing moves on him. You know, he might as well just throw him away straight away.
Gee, this is nearly like a bar fight, the looks these guys are giving each other now. That was it.
Well,
the bookie took off his glasses so he could look at him harder.
Well, that's just, I don't know what that's all about. The bookie was going to throw it away like a shot if he re-raised. But he definitely could have won that pot before the flop. He could have won it on the flop, you know.
Yeah, it's a big ask for him, isn't it?
Well, now he's going to raise now because he's disappointed that he didn't follow through with it last time. He's going to stick a raise in here. And let's hope the bookie hasn't found a big hand.
Raise.
You got to rock and roll, son, or you're going to lose it.
30,000 more.
Oh, look at this guy. This young guy is unbelievable. Huh? Look at him. He's unbelievable.
But this is going to be down for it because of the last hand, Devilfish. The chips could go in, couldn't they?
I don't think Mick will put them in. I don't see what Tony's going to do here. You see, Tony's picked like 5 or 6 pots up on the trot. He don't want to really stick it all in a crapshoot situation. If the other guy had a pair, he don't really want to do that. But he's got no choice heads up with an ace jack really. See, look, he don't really want to do this because it's all going his way at the moment,
right?
And he don't want to get it in a situation where it's a race.
Jeez, I think he might just call here. Doesn't really know what to do, does he?
No, I see what I mean. I can see what's going through his head.
He wishes he could just see a deuce 4 and fold it, huh?
Re-raise.
Re-raise.
Yeah, that is good.
With another 30.
Has to be 45.
Sorry?
45. It's double the last bet. You're already in for 15. With 30 is 45. So
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
45,000 more.
he definitely didn't know what he wanted to do then.
Neither does
Big hand.
Damien, you got anything?
He's mincing around a bit over there.
It's not what I got, it's what I think you got.
Bullshit. We've got a bit of bullshit from the bullfrog.
Well, it's a minimum re-raise, only 45,000, and Kilby says, "Is that because you're really strong?" I mean, the problem is, geez, it looks like he's got a price to peel off a flop, but it's tough, isn't it?
Well, it's 135,000.
Pass.
Throw it away.
King 9 is the kind of thing where you could hit the flop and you really don't even like it.
I'll see it on TV.
And well, the bookie has just been a little bit more since this head up. Those last 4 or 5 hands, Devilfish.
Yeah, he's played a bit better the last 5 hands, and he's also found an hand there right at the key time. I mean, Mick finally made a move with the King 9, and he woke up with an ace jack. You know.
Yeah. Well, the situation now just about exactly where they started. Although Kilby will know he's got a mountain to climb again. He's going to have to double through pretty soon, I think.
Pass.
A lot of times it seems like this heads up is just shooting in the dark, Devilfish. I mean, I hope the guy hasn't hit the flop.
I like to put the lights on myself, but yeah, yeah, you're right. Most of the times they're not going to have a hand. You just got to, you know, get busy and out the end. He's got the old King 5 suited this time.
Cool.
The old bookie's got the 4-5.
Check.
Okay.
No raise.
Kind of
Well, if it comes to 5-5 floppy, that's what Kilby needs. Oh, he's got the 4-5. He's got the up and down straight draw. There's Hardy.
Check.
No, if he bets it, Hardy might raise him. He knows he ain't got an ace because he never raised on the button. You know, this isn't a good bet really. He knows that. I mean, Tony knows he ain't got an ace. You see, Tony could have took it off him now. Would have done with an up. Now he got outs anyway.
Yeah.
And they know he ain't got an ace, so he could have took it off him.
I wonder, is Hardy trying to convince himself that Kilby could have trapped here? I mean, with an ace, it doesn't seem likely, does it?
So. And then always at the king, you see. Now that's what happens when you know, when you play it wrong.
Yeah, and the bookie's hit a flush
draw.
draw.
He's got the flush draw and the straight draw.
Check.
Yeah, well, he's got a big hand now.
20,000.
I'm all in.
All in.
Yeah.
Throw me the 20, please.
Geez, that's a strong move by the bookie. He's 2-1 against here. And it's not an easy call for Kilby, is it? Not for all his chips.
No, not with an ace. Especially as he called him on the flop, so he has to think he's probably got an ace. Or
Geez, it's almost impossible, isn't it?
It's a very tough call.
I mean, you'd nearly have to put Hardy on the exact hand he had.
But once he bet the flop, and Hardy caught. I mean, he shouldn't have bet the flop because, you know, we know he ain't got an ace, and Tony knew he ain't got an ace, so he shouldn't have bet the flop. But once he's bet the flop and Tony's called, even though he's caught the king on the 10, the check would have been good then.
In the key pots, the bookie has come up better.
But you see how Tony's lucky. I mean, he's had to catch the king there, you know. If he don't catch the king there, he probably don't carry on betting.
Yeah.
That was the perfect card for Tony. Give him the flush draw and the straight draw.
He's just managed. I mean, there's been 3 key pots really, Devilfish, and Tony's won at least 2 of them.
Yeah. And he's catching the deck again now. We've got an ace 10 again here now. He just had an ace jack a minute ago.
All right.
This is going to be tough to beat him here.
Yeah.
And the problem is he keeps taking Mick Kilby's tank down to a place where when Kilby takes a stand, it's...
Well, he's always got a king suited with a rack.
Might even fancy taking the stand now.
No, don't take a stand with that king 3. That's only be the one moving in that, you know... Pass. Yeah, good fall, that's okay. King 3 is not much of a... Right, now you've got to... Now he's got to rock and roll now. Come on, son. It's not the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog. You've got it. You're from old, kid. Come on, let's get going. Hey up there. He's only got 2 10s. He's slumming it a bit. 2 10s. Have a look at him 3 times.
This will be enough for the end.
2 10s. Wow.
He's just looking at just...
No, let's hope Mick's found a king queen or a king jack 2 other cards. Let's get a race situation going. Wow. No, he's found 2 unders again. Look. Wow. It's scary.
Raise.
Oh, see how unlucky he is?
Okay,
Hardy set the trap and Kilby sprung it for him. And this is real trouble, Dave.
Well, let's hope he gets lucky. I can't see it, but let's hope so.
4-1 against. Big chance of Hardy now going to the semi-finals. The Doncaster, Mick Kilby.
Wait, I think it's the 4-6 of clubs going off.
No.
Not exactly. I should have known it'd be total blanks. Look, and he's got the flush draw on 2 10s. He's got him absolutely strangled. Well, at least we can get out the pigeon shed, buddy.
He's nearly drawn dead as Kilby. Some kind of runners he needs, but you know what? He's done himself a lot of credit tonight, Devilfish, along with the Doncaster
Well, he
Rovers.
needs him to catch a 10 now.
Jeez, you're right. He's got an out.
10s.
2 10s in the deck for the straight.
Yeah. Don't get excited, Jess.
We're going to talk
Red
about
card,
getting
Amanda.
off the mat.
Black 10, there's only
He's
two in the
flopping
deck.
once, flopping twice.
No.
There's the
Well,
five of
thank you.
clubs, which I said
Thanks.
was coming on the
Thank
flop. Okay, well, it's good night from me, and it's good night from me.
Good night, Irene. Mick Kilby. Done very well, but the bookie, again, this format is so strong, and the last hand, Hardy just wanted to get all the chips in. Kilby obliged. Well, the bookie has done it, and Anthony, congratulations.
Thank you,
I have to
Jesse.
say, you did that in a canter. You made it look easy.
Yeah, it wasn't that easy. I hit a lot of hands early on. I got paid for them. Yeah, just hit a lot of hands, really. What can I say? You know, it was a good field, and I just got a bit luckier than they did. You know, I hit certain hands that they didn't hit.
It was a very tough field, but with Boatman out early and Barry Hearn short stacked, when you get that big stack, is it easier to bully around?
Yeah, you can sort of push people around early. Barney was a bit unlucky. He's called me with two pair. You know, he's happened to bump into me. I've got trips, which, you know, he can hit a king to beat me, but it's very hard just to hit a king, so.
Now, this is a situation you've been in before. You've come through to the final tables of these events before. What's your strategy for the semifinals? How confident are you feeling?
I feel confident. I don't think there's anyone out there any better than me. And you know, and that's how you got to feel. You got to believe you can win. I believe I can win.
Well, you're in the semis now. Best of luck, bookie, in the semifinals. Who's going to be joining the bookie there? Well, next week, it's the man himself at the table, the Devilfish. Do you need to know any more? See you next time on the partypoker.net World Open 3.